after like 10 days, I had invested $164. I found 1,700. And with
Just
that,
like that.
yeah, with that, the person that has gone through some scams and Ponzi schemes, so immediately I sold. And to my understanding was like, I should leave the 200, that's its capital, I take the profits.
Yeah.
Not knowing that I'm selling off my assets, I'm reducing the number of the tokens I had.
Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening from wherever you are tuning in from. Welcome back to the next episode of 1 Million Afro and a Vision. Wow, it has been quite a journey this year. How far we've come. This is where blockchain meets community, innovation meets education, and Africa is taking the center stage in the crypto revolution happening. If you're not part of it, I don't know what you're doing. So we are here to dive into different stories. This is more than just stories. It is beyond that. It is a testament, a voice out there on how far someone has come, their wars, the battles they fought, the victories they have, and the medals they have right now. Because when you win, definitely, there has to be a medal. So this is all from commitment, consistency, resilience, and persistence when it comes to crypto market and the blockchain industry. So today I have two incredible guests joining me. These are not just blockchain enthusiasts, they are trailblazers in the community, showcasing their power, their prowess in the Afro community, championing the space, leading us up all the way into every space. So on my left I have Sheila, a core team member from Metrop Labs, and on my right I have Fahima. I think we all know who Fahima is. If you have been attending those spaces, the Afro Hour, all the conferences she has been to, we know her. So I'm going to start with Madam Sheila. Please give us a brief introduction of who you are before we jump into your story.
Yeah, good evening from my side. True, like you've heard, my name is Sheila Birungi. I am a cryptocurrency trader, a blockchain enthusiast, and a mother. Basically, that's who I am before I come into crypto.
Thank you, Madam Sheila. For those who do not, again, you cannot be in the Metrop Labs community and you don't know Madam Sheila. She's a core team member of Metrop Labs, a strong pillar in the Afro token community. So at least by now, we should know her. Then let me have Fahima introduce herself. Fahima.
Yeah, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening from your respective time zones. I'm Fahima Kahindo, an Afro token holder.
That is very brief, but we shall get into the nitty-gritty. So again, I'll remind you, this isn't just another crypto show. It is a movement to amplify voices, share stories, ignite change in Africa. Tune in, stay alert, attentive as we dive into their stories, that we can have them tell us more about their journey in crypto, how they came to join Metrop Labs, what it means to be part of the Afro token community. For those who are joining us, my name is Alinda Bobson, and I would advise you please subscribe to our YouTube channel, hit the notification bell so that you can get the alerts whenever updates and videos are up and running. So allow me start with Madam Sheila. Madam Sheila, you are a core team member of Metrop Labs. It is intriguing to know what your story and journey was like before you joined Metrop Labs and, leading up to this moment, or you being a core team member.
Wow. Thank you, Bob, our moderator for today. My story is really an interesting one. From personally, all before I came into crypto, I'm actually a teacher by profession. I hold a a degree in education and a master's in human resource. So before I came into this, I would say I was into teaching, I was into education. So that was the time I met some lady who was like, no, Sheila, the way that I see you, I think you can do better here. And so she introduced me to Festo. I can say all this was divine because I met this lady in church. And since then, when I met them, the things they were teaching, I was so interested and I've never looked back. So my journey into crypto, I can't tell you that it has been a smooth one. It has ups and downs, but it's been interesting. Of course, the scams, the wins, the falls, then you wake up and still move again. It's been interesting, really. Because if I'm to tell you, I have gained in this crypto life and I have also lost at the same time. For the losses, I would say the gains outweigh the losses.
Yeah.
And so, to be sincere, at this point, I don't think I can do anything else apart from crypto. True.
Yeah, well, that's quite interesting. So, seeing all leading up to that, from church, meeting Festo, and now you're a core team member, like you said, you've called it divine intervention. It's God first, and everything will fall in line.
Yes.
So what has your journey been like in Metrop Labs? Because now I think we have 2 cohorts that have completed so far, ever since Metrop Labs started. What has your journey been like?
My journey in the Metrop Labs, I can say it's an interesting one still because, first of all, being on the core team, it's so God, I would say it's God-given. Why do I say this? Being the only lady there, by the way, it's such an interesting thing. Though sometimes it is in a way that you have to get out of your way. People out there expect a lot from you, and you've got to work hard to make sure that you fit in. And look at Metrop Labs, where we have most of the members or most of the people that have come into Metrop Labs. We all know that Metrop Labs is an educational hub, whereby we look at blockchain, metaverse, artificial intelligence, and all that. And most people in there are the youth. We even have a few teenagers, but the biggest percentage is the youth. And these guys expect you to be their soul savers, some of them. So you have got to counsel them, even things you may not really understand, but you have to stand in the gap. They look onto you as a big person, as a problem solver, and so you have to intervene. In here in Metrop Labs, we've got, sometimes you sacrifice your time. You've got to sacrifice some of the things that you want, you like most. You've got to be there because you, first of all, have to think hard. You have to work hard for the rest of the members. And you have to run on the speed. These are men, and they may not even look at you as a lady here. And so you have to move to their speed or even faster. But the fact that, women, we are gifted. We are multi-thinkers. We can multitask. I can do 3 things at the same time, which a man may not do, by the way.
True.
Yeah, so we think fast, we act fast, and we do work hard. So I take this as a pleasure to be working alongside the men, and not only just men, but most of them are men of God, so they make my life easy. I always pray to God to always take us through whatever challenges that may come our way. And I am so happy that it's been so smoothly moving on. And we expect it. We believe it's all well. So I thank God for this opportunity.
Thank you, Sheila, for that a sneak peek into your journey leading up to Metrop Labs. all the work you've put in, the mobilization, the coordination, everything, looking up to you as a pillar in the community. Being a mother might not be as easy, but we do appreciate the work you put in. So let me have Fahima, yes, very passionate about the community building. What has your journey been like in the crypto space before you go to join or even hear about Afro Token or Metrop Labs?
Yeah, thank you, Alinde Bob, our host of today. My journey into crypto has not been that easy, though I gave it a try and I was consistent about it. Yeah, first time deciding to join the crypto, that was 2023. Yeah, last year in October. Someone shilled a certain project to us. She's a sister in South Africa with my other sister. So we joined. As we joined, we got some gains. So we decided to get whatever we had and put in at once. That was over 50 million Ugandan shillings. We joined, but immediately we joined, it went down.
It went down.
So you can imagine that situation. And by that period, I was pregnant. I went through depression, though we stood up. Later, I told my sister, since we've been scammed, I think there are projects that are genuine. I think we should stay in until we get a genuine thing. She said, I'm not joining again. I'm done. I've lost. I'm not coming into crypto. I told her I'm not leaving until I make it. So I kept on there. I hung in. I fell into a certain AI. Yeah. I joined, of course, you know how those people do the marketing, the networking.
Yeah, they make it seem like
I was convinced and joined. But that other side also is also full of floating losses, and they could always tell you, you know what, bull run is coming, the bull run is coming, keep waiting. I think until this year, that was in July, when I left that part, I said I should try something else. This is not moving, but still I wanted the same line of business. Then I joined another group. It was also in the form of AI. A relative showed it to me. I went there. That's the office I found Lindsay. Yeah, she helped me with the technical part, but I went there once, and I went back home since I have a tender baby. I didn't come back to their office, but I kept on attending some few Zoom meetings. Then later, as I was home, that same relative called me. It was night. Told me there is a certain token. You're supposed to come in now. I told her, how can I get it? I don't have money, but I think I can try. I can get what I have this side. I invest in it if you're okay with it. She told me, yeah, you can come in with that money. Then later, you can put the gains back. So what I did, I told her, can you help me buy the token? She told me, I'm not well at the technical part, but I'll get you someone tomorrow. But I felt like tomorrow is too far.
I couldn't wait.
I told her, you know what? Do you have the link to their group? Yeah. Then she said she sent it to me. I went into the group, moved to the admins. I tapped on one of the administrators, and that was, I found out it was AJ, Alfred Jaguar. Yeah, he was so good to me. He helped me. I bought into Afro, though I didn't ask him more about it, because that relative had told me, you buy in, when you find the gains, go out. Yeah. She is also ignorant about crypto like me. She's not that good.
That well versed,
So that's what I did. Then after like 10 days, I had invested $164. I found 1,700.
Wow.
And with
Just
that,
like that.
yeah, with that, the person that has gone through some scams and Ponzi schemes, I just said, you know what, I have to withdraw. And immediately
You withdrew.
I withdrew.
Wow.
You knew how to withdraw?
Yeah, as I was buying, I asked AJ, how do I sell in case I want to sell? He told me the way you bought is the way you sell, and I had mastered the way of buying. So I had bought in once. So immediately I sold, and to my understanding was like I should leave the 200. That's its capital. I take the profits.
Yeah.
Not knowing that I'm selling off my assets, I'm reducing the number of what of the tokens I had. That was because of the ignorance I had. Then later on, after selling, immediately I went to industrial area, did the shopping of tiles, tanks. So
So you're the one who bought the tanks.
Yeah.
I
You
think
did something.
we remember that testimony.
Yes.
yeah, I sent that clip of the tank and the tiles.
Very happy.
I was very happy. I was excited after losing, but
You didn't
then
lose.
After losing before.
Yeah.
So I was happy that I've gained something from crypto, that same line. So I was excited. But later, after like a week, I asked myself, but this thing seems real. I need to get to the tip of it. What I did, I went to AJ Steele. I called him. I need you to help me. Explain more about this, please, if you have time. He told me the details. And since then, I gained
Confidence,
morale, the love. I felt like I need to be at least with these people. I need to be closer to these people such that I can learn more and more. Yeah, that's when we got the conference. I volunteered, joined the task force. That's how I came into the Afro token community.
Wow.
Yeah.
One thing I can say for sure is that Afro token is here to eradicate that plague, Ponzi schemes, whatever. For those who have lost something in crypto because of Ponzi schemes, I would advise join Metrop Labs, learn something, invest in Afro while you still can before we get to the bigger market caps, because it's still early. Yeah, it is very early. So get yourself a portion of Afro, position yourself right, then learn, develop. As the project goes forward, you're also learning something, because now you can see Fahima shared a story, but now I can tell you she's not the same person as she was when she was joining, or the very first time she joined. Right now she knows what it means to hold. The conviction is there, the zeal to push more, because she's talked about volunteering. Yeah, all of us are out there doing community outreach, shilling, and all these things, and we are not paid. It's because of the conviction. Because she has been to very many conferences and community outreaches there. So all the conferences have been there. It is out of love, but it started with her picking interest, joining. Yeah, she has earned something. She has given you a testimony. It's a small beginning, because I believe there is more yet to come for her. Even what she lost before, she's going to get back, I don't know, maybe 100 times over. But over to Madame Sheila. Yeah, you are part of the core team of Metrop Labs. Metrop Labs is the incubator of Afro Token. What have you learned in the project building in this period, ever since Afro Token came out? What have you learned as a person? Maybe you can share with the community.
Thank you, Bob. With Afro token development, from the backbone of Metrop Labs, right from bonding cup, right from the idea, of course by the founder, that is Ivaibi Festo, and then bringing it on table, it was a welcome point. And so going through the bonding curve, then listing on SunSwap, then to Polnex, and now to Wix exchange. It has all been a journey. It's all a gradual journey. Wix is one of the biggest exchanges in Asia. It's actually, I call it first class tier 2. Yeah. At first I thought it was a tier 1. But I later realized and got to know that it's a tier 2. But to me, it's a first class tier 2. It's one of those biggest exchanges that trades volumes in billions of dollars in alone, 24 hours.
Today alone, it was 5.5 billion.
Wow, 5.5 billion in trading volume.
Yeah, in trading volume.
In 24 hours.
In 24 hours.
That's big, man.
Yeah,
it's not a joking one. And now that are you aware that they are now in Africa?
Yeah, I saw
we have
that,
Wix Africa.
Wix Africa,
and Afro token is their first project in Africa. And that means
it's not a coincidence that is happening.
It's not a coincidence. And that means big to us. It shows where Afro token is taking the whole community. Afro token being their first project in Africa. I have a feeling that they were coerced by Afro token to come to Africa to explore the market. Looking at Afro token's community of scholars basically, and the varied members that are on, I think they picked more interest to come to Africa. And of course, this will take us miles as it ushers us onto other exchanges which are even bigger. I believe tier 1. We are looking forward to a tier 1 exchange where we shall meet many people, traders, have a bigger and wide visibility, and so you know what it means when it comes to your wallets. So it's a gradual process. You can see we move gradually. I would not want to see people joining Afro token expecting overnight gains. It's not a get rich quick scheme like those other ones where they hammered us, where they scammed us. Gone are the days. At least now we've learned how these things move. And so Afro token is going through all the technicalities, all the stages, gradually until it takes us to the sun. And surely Afro token is destined for the sun. There's no doubt about that. It's unstoppable, and we are surely headed for the sun.
Yeah, well, indeed. No doubt on that. I mean, look at our listing. I mean, Wix opening up shop in Africa.
Africa alone.
It is a big picture. You see, that's where it comes in, that we are building brick by brick. It all leads to something bigger than us, bigger than ourselves. So it is more than a token right now. It's we are building a foundation leading up to something big. So Fahima, you have done a lot of community outreach. What is the connection? What have you learned? Character building in all these things that you've been doing out there, and the conferences and this community outreach.
Thank you, Bob. With Afro token, it's since it's a community-based project, it goes out there, gives natives the opportunity by sensitizing them, whether you land or you're not. It gives you an opportunity of learning and teaching different people. And we've managed to reach outskirts of Kampala, that is Uganda mainly, in the western part of Uganda, the eastern side of Uganda, the Albertine region, and the community was well conversant with it. They welcomed the project. And as of today, we are also having a conference with our brothers and sisters in West Africa, that is mainly Nigeria. Yeah, it's ongoing right now.
The state is Oshobo.
Oshobo. It's Oshobo in Osun Estate. Yeah. So Afro token is reaching out to the community. This has never been done by any other project.
It's a project without discrimination.
Yeah, it's really the educational meme we are supposed to move with. I personally have learned a lot. I'm not the other person who was very ignorant in crypto. At least right now I can challenge somebody. If somebody brings out a token to me, I say, no, I'm not going into that. Because I've learned this and this through Afro token. I've learned that when I hold my Afro token, I'm going to reach the sun. And so I can't meander around just because there is this and this. So all thanks goes to Afro token. Yeah, as a community.
Yeah, well, that's interesting. But as you can see, good things always have to come to an end a bit early. So as we are concluding, I'm going to ask each of the ladies to give us a word of encouragement, especially to the girl child out there watching. Yes, Madam Sheila, you've said you're a mother. What would be your advice to a girl child out there who would want to join and venture into the blockchain space?
All right. Thanks, Bob, once again. In this industry, there are goods, many goods. The goods outweigh the bad. And we as Africans, we've got a challenge, especially the African narrative. It's not yet up to the level there whereby this industry has been embraced. Not everyone has embraced it yet already. Personally, I have met challenges in my own family whereby people look at me like I'm not normal. Maybe I don't understand. They even ask me, why did I have to go to school? And so what am I doing? Am I safe? To an extent that on those times when you lose, like those times I lost, like I told you, I lost. And the family members were all like, yeah, we told you those things of yours. Still up to now, whenever they see them, maybe watch them on TV, they are like, Sheila, your things. Sheila things. They've turned into my things, and I've come to embrace them as my things. And I love it. But I am so humbled to see that they are beginning to understand what this is. As a lady being in this industry, someone was telling me recently that you do not have to trade. When he found out that I'm a trader, then I asked why. No, trading will make you grow so old fast. I asked why. Because you have to overthink, you analyze, you know. I was like, it's okay, but where I've reached, I do not have even to overthink because I've learned through the times. I know what to do, but I want to call on the African woman out there, because in this I stand for the African woman. Yeah, I am here to encourage you all that this is not a man's job or a man's industry. Everyone can do this. And like I have always said, that what a man can do, then a woman can do better. So I call on you all the ladies, get out of your chambers, come out from the kitchen there where you've always thought to be, come up front on table, do this. You can still do it alongside your family chores. You can do it alongside your other businesses. But I assure you, as you get into this industry, soon you will retire from the rest of the jobs that you'll be doing. Because it's such an interesting industry. It's gaining. Here we earn as we learn. Like you've heard from my sister Fahima. She has learned as she's earning. So this is the way to go. I tell my family that whether you get in now or tomorrow, you will surely get in.
That's true. Thank you, Madam Sheila, for that bold remark. Thank you. Fahima, what would you advise for someone out there still mingling in the Ponzi schemes, not wanting to find what is right, especially when you're sharing with them the opportunity?
Thank you, Bob. I would have a message of letting these people concentrate and stop meandering. I mostly call it meandering around, not moving here and there. You'll find potholes whenever you're meandering. Just keep at the main. Keep with the mainstream, okay? If you can't be successful when you're still meandering up and down, we have to make it in the straight line. And so a message to fellow mothers. I'm a mother of 2 boys. A message to mothers: please bring your kids to enroll with Metrop labs, because you're going to gain more and more. Enroll with your kids. You have to come to those classes with your kids and learn. Let us have families that work together in this crypto industry, and we revolutionize Africa, Uganda. We are making it happen, because we've gotten a chance from our founder, Mr. Ivaibi Festo. We appreciate so much. May God bless you for us. May he keep protecting you and the family. May he protect the core team. May he keep protecting the Afro community, because Afro token has changed lives and is still changing lives, and is going to, I don't know. I don't know how to explain this, but when it comes to Afro token, I become a bit emotional. And I would like to shout out to Alfred Jaguar. He's a big pillar that I said.
Yes, they call him Simbizi Woman.
Simbizi Woman, la brave daddy. I would like to send my sincere appreciation, because it's you that made me stay in Afro Token, and I loved it more because of your words of motivation. And to the 2 ladies, the beautiful Leila and Lindsay, because through those 2, my relative got to know about Afro Token. I treasure you so much. You'll always be loved, and they'll always be part of my life.
Wow. It has been an emotional and quite insightful session. A prominent man once said, it is always impossible until it seems done. Sorry, he said, it always seems impossible until it's done. Yeah, that's Nelson Mandela.
Yeah.
He said, you get. So I believe the ladies' stories have inspired you to join in, take action, learn, build yourself, start up something, start up small in Afro, sign up for the cohort so that you can learn something about blockchain. You get, for the mothers out there, I for one, I give a shout out to my mom. I am in crypto because of her.
Wow.
You get, back then when I started, it was all because of her. So here I am right now, and it has been an interesting journey for all of us. So thank you for tuning in. Afro is me, Afro is you, Afro is all of us as a community. This is our chance to make a statement, revolutionize Africa in the blockchain space, in crypto, and change lives. As we are doing that, let us put God first above everything. I'll catch you in the next episode. A Merry Christmas and
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.